This is Patron. He's my big boy. We were lucky enough to have him born on the farm about 2 years into breeding alpacas. He will be 13 this August and still has a lovely, lovely fleece. He still has 3 inches of staple at 13. He's still fine, and what he gives to his cria is a lot of brightness, density, and crimp. And he's just, as you can see, just a really sweet boy. He thinks he's a dog. He likes butt scratches. And we showed him till he was 5 years old. He has 20 banners or so, including Judge's Choice and Spirit of the Industry. And
get a sire, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, and Get a Sire. He's gotten, he got a first in Get a Sire at Halter recently, and he has a first in Get a Sire in Fleece. So he's my buddy. And Cash is coming along. He'll kind of be, he's the next generation. But Patron's still breeding, so he's just a good boy. This is Ava. She is, let's see, you were born in 2019, so she's going to be about 6 this year. And she just had a little boy. Well, she's had 2 boys. One is Speedy and one is Marcus, and both are lovely little boys. Speedy just went to a new home up near Black Hawk, and he has phenomenal fleece, so I bred her back to his dad, Sonic Shift, and we'll see if we can get a repeat Speedy. Marcus's dad is in game, and Marcus is a brown boy with a little white foot. He's got lovely fleece too. But Ava has her own story. When she was a month old, at one of the farm days, somebody was holding her and she wiggled and they opened their arms and dropped her. She broke her leg right at the shoulder, and so she now has 2 metal plates and a bunch of screws in there thanks to the equine surgeons up at CSU. So that's why we don't let people hold crias at farm days anymore, because they do wiggle and we don't want any more pollen. But she did great. Minnie Pearl is her mom. It was a first-time mom, had to be pinned up with her for 8 weeks, and they both did just a super job. This is Dee. Her name is Dee Basser. She was named after 2 of my most favorite, strongest women in my life. And she's a Sizzlin' Rose daughter. She had one little baby that had a bad heart murmur and hasn't held a pregnancy yet, so we're working on that this year. Again, you can tell she doesn't miss any groceries either. She likes to eat. She's a fleece machine. At 7 years old, she's still shearing a 5-pound blanket. So we are having half of her fleece done in roving and half of it done as a fingering weight yarn. And she kind of has attitude. You can't see it right now, but she can really give you the hairy eyeball when she doesn't like something. This is little dude who isn't so little anymore. And he is a PR animal here at the farm. He unfortunately does not know personal space, so he kind of gets in your face, but he's sweet. And again, a fleece monster. His dad was Semper Fi. Mom, I believe, was Margarita. And he's just a good boy. We just have to make sure that he doesn't scare people, because he does come right up in your face like that. And he is 6 years old as well. He was born the same year as Snuffles. And he is what would be classified as a fading fawn. You can see how he's darker up top and then fades to light underneath.
Yes, you're a handsome boy.
And so we will be having, I think I did half roving and half yarn from you too. Because he shares about a 5-pound blanket.
Good boy. Oh, Kalani, who is that? Little dude. He gives you nuzzles. Give you hugs. Nice, dude. Watch your head. Pet him.
This is Dynasty. She is right now my very top female. She's either 7 or 8 years old. She must be going to be 8 this year because it was 3 years ago now that she took, I think 2 or 3, a judge's choice at 5 years old, 2 weeks after she weaned a cria in halter at a show. And her fleece is drop dead gorgeous. We're having her made into, half of it will be roving, half of it will be yarn, and it'll be a fingering weight as well because she's retaining her fineness beautifully. She is also the mother of Cash, who you will meet, and his fleece will be going into shows this year, but he is a beautiful rose gray. Patron's the dad. She's also the mother of Barbie, who is a stunning fawn girl, and the mother of Little Pendragon, who is a full brother to Cash. And he's coming right along in his brother's footsteps. Cash has matured into an incredible male, and he's breeding this year. Okay, yeah, this is Cisco, and he is, if we had roan classes when he was showing, he would have been a roan because he's a fawn roan. But since they didn't, he had to show in fawn, and they kept dinging us for having white fibers in the fleece. He makes a lovely yarn. He's also made some gorgeous babies. We just had 2 little girls from him last year. Legacy had Reba, and Emmy Lou had Soleil, who is a light brown, and they're just beautiful little girls. You can also see that Cisco misses no groceries, and he is 10 years old. He still sheared a 10-pound blanket.
That's crazy.
And I should have gathered it as a show fleece. I could kick myself because it was long enough, it's gorgeous, but I didn't.
Hey,
so you benefit because he's going to go half into roving and half into a sport weight yarn. This is Margarita. She is Patron's mama, and
Pretty girl.
she's 16 this year, so this is probably going to be her last baby. She's due at the end of September, so we're looking forward to that. She's bred Snow Diamond Intrepid, so it'll probably be anything between a white to a medium fawn baby, just depending.
And when is she due?
She's due the end of September.
Hi, Minnie. Nobody else is
So
getting
she'll be
smacks.
moving over to the maternity run pretty shortly.
Yeah. Good, Mama.
And she is one of that beautiful mahogany reddish brown color. Patron is her cria, so if she had no others for me, she's earned a place in retirement just by having Patron.
I think she has the sweetest face.
Yeah, she's got a gorgeous face, really pretty eyes.
Yeah. Aren't you a sweetheart? Yeah.
And this is Vinny. Vinny is now 11 years old. Can you believe that? And he has, again, that gorgeous red brown color. He took a reserve color champion in fleece as a yearling at nationals. His dad is B2 Bomb. No, your dad's 38 Special, so he's a paternal half brother to Bomber. And I can't remember which one of the B's your mom is. He came from annual alpacas program in Susan McAlecki. And we're having, what are we having made out of you?
Probably yarn.
I think I just did roving with Vinny this time.
We did both last time.
Yeah, I think I just did roving this time.
Okay.
Gunsmoke is, again, a lovely, he is a silver gray roan. He's as dark a silver gray as you can get. Again, not going to be a breeder for me, so he's been gelded, and we will be having his fleece done into probably either a fingering or a sport weight yarn.
But when you see the yarn, it looks like black with slight white heathering.
Yeah.
So it's really pretty. That's the smoke, right?
And he's a sweet boy as well. Okay, this is Back to Black, and he came to us in January as well. I had looked at him years ago, and somebody else bought him. I had wanted him because he is a Vincent Mastiff son who was, I think he's still alive, a really nice herd sire. And I had bred Twitter to this guy's paternal half brother, and got that lovely silver gray girl. And so I'm trying again to see what I get with those bloodlines.
You photobombing? Yeah.
This is Emmy Lou, and Emmy Lou is one of my favorite gray girls. She has a little heart on her hip back here, and she has had, oh gosh, lots of babies. She's had McLaren and Mezcal and a whole bunch of gray boys, and she's had a little black boy that was graphite. So she's been a great producer for us, and her fleece is lovely. She's taken several reserve color championships in her day, and just all in all a good girl.
Okay.
Emmy Lou was one of my first grays that was born to me, and so she is going to be, I think, 10 this year, somewhere along that. And I have bred her to Patron 3 times, and each time she had beautiful rose gray boys. This last year she was bred to Cisco, who is a fawn roan, and she had a lovely little kind of medium brown daughter. So Soleil's one to look for in the next year or so in the ring. So and her fleece will most likely get blended with Twitter's. And
Hi, Twitter.
hi. Twitter was one of my first purchases. She came as a cria at side with her mom, Tweeter. And Twitter is now 13 or 14 years old. She has had some lovely cria in the past, and so we have bred her to Back to Black, who is a recently acquired black male that I have. And I bred her to him because she was bred to a paternal half brother of hers for her very first cria years ago, and it was a gorgeous silver gray girl. So we're hoping lightning strikes twice, and that we get another one of those from that lineage. So
And why is her mouth twisted?
her muzzle is twisted a little bit because when she was a cria, she broke her jaw.
Oh, okay.
And so she has a thickening on that side. I was hearing her grind her teeth, took her to the vet, and he was pulling out this stuff that looked really weird, and he said, "You got lucky." And I said, "What do you mean?" And he said, "Well, it's extruding the part of the bone that died."
Oh.
And so we just have to have her teeth checked every year to be sure that her molars aren't wearing funny. But so far, even at 14, her molars are doing just fine. But if you did not know that, you would think that she might have a condition called rye face, which you will see in a boy that we have, and he is a true rye face, but hers was a broken jaw. This is Ombre Rose, and she is from a boy named Copperfield. She is, let's see, you've had one baby. Yeah, she had Xander. And so we're trying to get her pregnant. She's about 11 years old, but has not had a baby in about 6 years. But she's got a lovely, pretty solid blanket, and just as an overall sweet girl.
Is she a good girl? Yeah.
Missy Rose came to us from another farm, and she's only been here since about the end of December, first part of January.
Yeah, pretty good.
And she's an older girl. She's 12 and has never had a cria, so we're going to attempt that this year and see what happens, because her genetics are pretty nice. And so she's
a really pretty color.
Yeah, she's a beautiful color.
Yeah,
She's sort of an alpha in the herd. She likes to make her voice known, because I hear her periodically if she thinks she's not getting to the food as fast as she should. But she's a lovely girl, and we're happy to have her.
Almost like a lavender hue.
That's exactly what Sylvia, she always called it lavender.
Pretty girl.